Hey everybody, Darius Quisenberry here, on the queue with DQ. Just talk with my guy Khalid more about the historic season we had in Rose Thrill, turned Rose Hill into Rose Thrill. It was a great historic run for us. Obviously, we didn't finish it how we wanted to, but nonetheless, can't take history away from what we did this year. And I'm just so glad to have my guy Khalid more on with me. Made a brother for life this year. And everything. I cherish our relationship as I do all relationships. But yeah, this one's definitely for life. So welcome, my guy.
Definitely, it's a pleasure to be here.
For sure. So to start off, how'd you feel? Coming back to Rose Hill in your first year, and then obviously doing what we did this year. How's that feel for you to basically like make your last year a success?
Honestly, it's a blessing. How it is. I played my first 4 years at Georgia Tech. I wasn't really able to have my friends and family at all of my games. They were able to make a couple of games. So just being able to come back home and just see a lot of familiar faces in the crowd, it's definitely one of a kind opportunity for me. So it's great for that.
Yeah. So outside of that, the grand scheme of things, what really made you decide to come to Fordham?
When I put my name in the transfer portal, I was just trying to find a role for me that I felt was better fit than Georgia Tech. I was trying to find a bigger role where I could shine in. So that definitely played a big part. I wanted to go somewhere where I felt comfortable. When I came in on my visit, I felt like the staff, they really welcomed me. So just feeling like a part of the family from day one. And then also the academic side of it. So just a combination of everything, I felt like it was the right fit for me. So something I couldn't turn down.
Yeah, exactly. And you get to come home in front of your family, all that.
Everything made sense, so I had to go with it.
For real. So on the season-wise, where do you think for us, we struggled a little bit in the beginning. Well, we went 12-1 non-con, obviously. Right. Lost to Arkansas, who just lost in the Sweet 16. But
right.
We came into A-10 play. Started off 1-3, not the best. We kind of blew one against Davidson at home.
Right.
Obviously didn't shoot the ball the way we wanted to. Went on the road against Rhode Island. Definitely should have won that one. Ended up losing by 3 in the final seconds. And then we get a win, and then we have that loss against Dayton. So we start off 1-3 in conference play. Right. So for us, obviously, we won that game against LaSalle. Mm-hmm. For you, and obviously I saw it, but you think obviously that was a turning point for us in the season?
Yeah, I think definitely that was a turning point. I feel like we were just waiting to see something good happen for us. Charles had that game winner. I feel like that really just boosted the confidence in everybody in the team. I feel like we just took that and ran with it. I feel like we saw ourselves, winning a lot of games after that. I feel like we knew we could have won a lot, but once we saw that under our belt, I feel like that really just gave us that extra boost that we needed, especially at that point in the season. So yeah. I feel like that was definitely a turning point for us.
Absolutely. Coach Ergo's first season with the Fordham Rams as a head coach. Can you kind of talk about your relationship with him? Obviously, you came in year one for you, right. Year one for him.
Right.
So how'd your relationship build through the year?
Like I said, from day one, I felt like I was a part of the family. I feel like he really wanted me here, so I feel like our talks that we had from day one, he kept his word from day one. So just having that in a coach, him being there for me on and off the court, asking me about whatever I'm dealing with in life, helping me with whatever he can. I feel like that definitely helps build the relationship, both on and off the court. Him instilling confidence in me, making me work my hardest. The days that I don't feel like really playing that hard, and I come in, he's always on me about that. So just having them there, behind me, just instilling that confidence, it really just helps build that relationship that we had built from day one. So
yeah, absolutely. Obviously, Coach Ergo is my guy too.
Yeah, for sure.
Talked with him plenty of times about anything and everything. So
right.
That's what I always say when the media ask or we're talking about Coach Ergo. I always try to talk about the man he is.
Right.
Obviously, he's a great coach and great X's and O guy, but I feel like the man he is behind scenes, behind closed doors, speaks volume to just the coach he is as well. And then also coming here from Georgia Tech, like you just said, your role was a lot bigger.
Right.
So coming here, what do you think you improved on the most as your strengths? Like from your weaknesses at Georgia Tech, coming here, what do you think improved the most in your game?
I'd have to say the two most things I improved on was definitely just one, the leadership aspect, just being an example for all of the younger guys coming up, being one of the older guys on the team. That's one, and just two, being more consistent. Just believing in myself, not trying to really have a lot of ups and downs, and just trying to stay on the upside no matter what's going on. Just keeping my attitude up. So I feel like those two are probably the best. Just being more consistent, all around, playing the game, and then just leadership role.
Absolutely. And then like for us, I feel like in our last season together, we had a lot of talks about just now and never and stuff like that. And now that it's kind of over, I don't want to say we have any regrets or anything like that, but do you think there's anything you wish you could have done different this year, or things that you wish would have went different ways for us this year?
For us personally, I feel like we let a couple of games slip from us.
Absolutely.
But like you said, like we had those talks, it was now or never. I feel like we definitely put the work in, day and night. So I feel like once you put that hard work in, you really just got to be okay with the results. I feel like we came in prepared as prepared as we can be with the work that we put in. So just believing in that and just having everything take care of itself, I feel like. But, yeah, definitely.
Exactly. And I feel like we definitely exceeded expectations this year with people thinking what we were going to do. We came in 11th preseason, and then we finished second, tied for second in the league. So I think we definitely exceeded people's expectations, especially for me just coming back. That's basically what it was.
Right.
Just kind of trying to do things that's never been done here before. We had plenty of talks about being trailblazers and just trying to basically make history, which is what we did. But obviously for us, I feel like we knew what we were capable of in the end, and we didn't reach that end goal. But for everybody else, it was a great journey. That's what we were at a donors event the other night, and everybody was just so happy to see us and talk to us and just tell us thank you for just restoring the pride in Fordham and everything like that. And that's basically what you came here for and what I came back for. Obviously, you had plenty of places to go other than Fordham, and so did I after the transfer portal when Coach Neptune left. But I think Fordham really is a sleeping giant. It's a place where basketball lives and people waiting for a great team to be.
Definitely.
And you've seen it out there when we started winning. That Rose Thrill environment, man. There's nothing like it.
The atmosphere is one like nothing else, man. I'm talking about like one of the top in the country. So it was definitely a blessing to be a part of that, for sure.
What was the environment like at Georgia Tech? Was it like Rose Thrill?
It would depend on the game, to be honest. Like when we were playing one of the top teams, like UNC Duke at home, Duke at home, those games were going to be exciting. But like when we were playing one of the probably the bottom tiers in that league at that year, probably like Boston College or something, because the gym is so big, it would kind of feel empty. So, playing in front of Rose Thrill is definitely like one like no else. And even when we played at the Barclays and it was packed, man, I was just looking around. Like I had to take a second to stop and just look around and be like, wow, like this is really crazy. Like it's really happening right now. Especially me, being from this area, I feel like that was definitely an opportunity of a lifetime right there. Yeah.
Most definitely. Did you ever go to Fordham games when you were younger?
Nah.
Growing up and stuff?
I don't think I've actually been to a Fordham game. I feel like they never really rung bells like that around the city. I played here a couple of times, for AAU, Rumble in the Bronx, and like my high school. Played a couple of games in here. But in terms of actual Fordham games, I don't think I've been to any.
Yeah, it's funny, man. Speaking of AAU, most people probably don't know. Me and Khalid played against each other. Yeah, for real. I played with King James Shooting Stars, and he was playing with New York.
Renaissance. I was
about to say. So, and he actually dunked on my man, Darius Baisley. I ain't gonna put him out there, but
it's a funny story too, because I came here, I didn't even know that, and then I was like going through my camera roll, looking at my old videos and stuff, and I'm like, that's Darius right there. Hold on, what's going on?
For real.
I had to go show him. So that's really funny how we go way back, running into a lot of people that you really might not know that you might meet in the future. So it's a real small world in this basketball world.
Definitely small world.
Yeah,
man,
I feel like
so
everything
funny
happens
how,
for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason. I say that all the time.
Yeah.
Like my freshman year, I played at the tournament here.
Right.
Against Fordham, FIU, and I think Columbia, and we all just played in a tournament. I just never thought in a million years I would finish my career at Fordham, like starting it. But everything comes full circle always, man. Like you just coming back to Fordham, and you play your high school. Me watching your high school videos, I'm like, this now, like, what,
I'm saying,
I mean? Like it's just a small world, just crazy how everything works, and I feel like everything happens for a reason. Obviously, you came here for a reason. You were put in my life for a reason. I think everything just falls into place. As it's supposed to be, honestly, man.
Definitely.
So then, now, as the season's over, going into the next steps and stuff like that, like, what does that look for you in that process? Kind of break that down for everybody.
I'm really just trying to take it one day at a time. I'm going through this next process right now, just trying to figure out which agency I want to sign to. We got Portsmouth in a month, so I'm really just working out, getting ready from that, and then just from there, just taking it one day at a time, seeing what my opportunities are, and just keep working. I feel like everything that's there for me is gonna be set in place. So just if I keep working, I'll be ready for whatever opportunity is set there for me.
Absolutely, same here. Just trying to, like you said, just trying to figure this agent stuff out, man. You know, and just being on the phone all day, trying to feel like I'm gonna get recruited again. You know what I mean? So. Just trying to figure that out, and then obviously the next steps of, like you said, Portsmouth for NBA workouts, and then figuring out what you want to do after that and stuff. So
for sure.
It's just a kind of a lingering process, but it's a great process to go through. Rather be going through it than not having to at all.
Definitely.
But yeah, so like I said, for me, it's just trying to figure out where I want to sign with and what agency I want to go to, and then obviously we'll fly out there. And also like all-star games and stuff, you'll definitely be in and stuff like that, like the Reese's, different stuff like that, college all-star games. But yeah. So after basketball though, now let's get into like the real talk. So what is the Khalid Moore the person? Like let's get away from basketball a little bit.
Right.
Like who is Khalid Moore the person off the court? Like, tell me some of your hobbies, some of the stuff you want to do after basketball. You know what I mean? You can't play forever.
Yeah, like I said, we went to that donors meeting the other day, just shook a couple of hands. Met a lot of people in the business world, so I really don't have like an exact idea of what I want to do, but I know definitely something in the business world. Whether it's like I like clothing and things like that. So whether it's like just making a clothing company and having business partners with that, or just anything in the general marketing business area, whether it has to do with like sports media, stuff like that. So that's what I'm getting my master's in the marketing industry. So just I feel like when it gets closer to that time, I'll really just start to think about it a little more and have an exact idea. But that's just a little bit of what I was thinking about probably after the season. Yeah,
definitely. Do you have like a specific team? Say if any team, this just came to my mind, but any team that after the draft series, everything like that, you would be like, if they give me any interest, I'm going with them. Like any team in your mind, like a dream team?
Yeah, I'd have to say the Knicks, to be honest. Ever since day one, that's been the big dream. Everybody in New York is a staple Knicks fan. I feel like from day one, so definitely that right there. The Nets, since they moved to Brooklyn, I'm a big New York guy, so definitely if I have that opportunity in my hands, it's something I would have to take.
Stay home, let mama come to the games, pop and everything. For sure, you got to. Ain't no choice.
That would be a dream right there.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably say, well, I don't know. I mean, Cleveland obviously because it's in Ohio, but shoot, I honestly pick probably like L.A. or Miami. Yeah, them two cities. You can't go wrong. You feel me?
Can't go wrong.
L.A. and Miami, that's like that. D-Wade country and LeBron country now. That's Bron, Kobe, Magic. It's a couple. Lakers got a couple. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, but definitely it's a good place to be. The weather out there is definitely beautiful, so it's definitely a good environment for everything.
I love warm weather too. That's why I just want to move down south or something. I swear, bro, I can't. New York cold is just. I've been here for too long already.
That's what I'm saying.
It's killing me.
Even moving away for a little bit, and I came back. I was like, I really used to go through that every year. Like I feel like I'm not used to it.
And this winter was lightweight, kind of easy. No snow, kind of just. Real. Wind, kind of just brick outside. Last winter it was like straight
snow and everything.
Snow. Oh my gosh, I could not deal. You talking about walking through, hands hurting. Yeah, gotta have a face mask because nose gonna be breaking.
Yeah, it's really the wind that be doing it for real.
So you've been watching these past couple of games and stuff. That Kansas State game was crazy yesterday. We was just talking about
that. Yeah, the
Gonzaga
State,
too. Who you think gonna win it all now? It's to the Elite Eight.
To be honest, I like that Alabama team. I feel like they got a lot of tough pieces right now, so I feel like they would be hard to stop. So I would have to go with Alabama, but I like the way K-State is playing right now. I feel like they on a hot run, so I feel like if they keep playing the way that they are right now, they might have a chance. So I'd have to go with one of them two, to be honest.
I like K-State too. I ain't gonna lie. I think they gonna end up. They gonna stop FAU's run. I feel like honestly, FAU had a great run. I honestly don't even call them a Cinderella team.
I think not
34-3. That's not no Cinderella team. Like, come on now. Like, they've been winning the whole season. They went through the regular season and the tournament. So I don't call them no Cinderella, but I think their run's gonna stop with Kansas State. They playing well right now, just playing together, having fun. Like we talk about all the time. I feel like they just having fun out there.
That's a big part of it right there.
Alabama too though. Alabama's nice. Like they just got like I see somebody just say they have every piece that you can have. Like
that's what I'm saying. They
point
got a lot
guard,
of pieces,
the bigs, the wings, the everything. Like defensive stoppers, like everybody. And they all just locked in collectively together. Nobody's trying to do too much that they can't do. I like the way they play. Coach got them playing well too.
Right, for sure. But it's definitely been exciting. There's a lot of upsets and stuff. I feel like a lot of people were hurt with that Purdue loss to FDU. I got a couple of guys on that team there doing their thing, so that was definitely good to see. So it's been exciting just watching the tournament as a whole.
Yeah, there was, I don't know how many upsets there were in the first round. It was my guy from Furman upset Virginia.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, that
was
crazy.
What bro was doing, throwing the ball?
Crazy last second.
Oh my gosh, I'm like, no way. And he's been there. How many years Clark been there? Like
5 years, I think. I think he came in when I came in, so I think this is his 5th year right there.
Come on, bro. You know, as a point guard, not to just throw the ball in the air though. I don't know if he thought there was less time left or like.
I'm not sure, but once they got that ball, I knew it was going in. That's just the way the tournament
goes.
That's
exactly how it goes. It is gonna fall that way.
As soon as you let go of that shot, I say, that's game right there.
Green.
That's game right there.
You know it is.
Yeah.
But all right, let's talk about. I really want to get into like I feel like people don't know, like your background story and like kind of like how you came up. Obviously, it wasn't the easiest of playing at Georgia Tech in a kind of a lower role than what you were definitely capable of because you showed what you were capable of here.
Right.
But talk about kind of like the mental aspect of trying to stay in it, like, you know what I mean, day in and day out, coming into practice and working and not seeing the results right away. You know what I mean? Like how hard it is to just kind of keep chopping that wood, you know what I mean? Chopping that wood, and then for it to, 5 years later, finally see you just flourish and just come to everything.
But, I feel like for a lot of high school students, they don't know like exactly what they stepping into coming into college ball. Like you think you finna walk into the college campus and just start rocking from day one. So that definitely was my process. Going into Georgia Tech from day one. We had our first couple of workouts that killed me. I was like, maybe I might need some time to adjust to everything. And just being put in the role that I was, I feel like for a lot of teams, you need to like know your role and stuff like that. So I was really put in the role that I was like more of a defensive stopper, role player, hit open shots, backdoor cuts and stuff like that. I feel like I wasn't really able to, really show what I was capable of doing in terms of just all around, especially on the offensive end, just being able to make plays and stuff like that. I feel like I was always kind of restricted on the offensive end. So, it was really tough just going through those moments where I felt like I was able to do more, but I really didn't have the opportunity to. But, I was just sticking through it because, this is what I've been doing my whole life. So, so just sticking through it. I knew I had the extra year with the COVID year, so that's where I was really just trying to take my time and trying to find the right place for me so I could finally show people what I was capable of doing. And I had the opportunity to do that here, gratefully. So that's kind of really what it was from day one.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. And I don't think people realize how mental the game of basketball really is. You know what I mean? Like, you can't play basketball mad or anything. You got to have basically like a clear mind. To be out there on the court. And I don't think people realize like the mental strength it takes, especially in somebody in leadership positions, where you're kind of getting blamed for other things that aren't your fault or certain things, that are falling out the way, and then coach kind of yells at you for it, or coach is on you the most and stuff like that. But to whom much is a lot given, much is required. My pops always says that, and stuff like that. So for you, kind of explain, because I know for me the mental aspect of like having to get up every day, make sure I'm on straight, I'm on point, so the younger guys like Will Richardson, Elijah Gray, Ramad Dean, they can follow suit and know that every day can't be taken for granted. No days can be taken for granted. Got to come in and work every day, and have that hustler mindset. So for you, the mental aspect of, did it change from Georgia Tech, kind of being that less of a role guy to now being that kind of star role? Did that change a little bit as your mental?
I feel like definitely, just having that, like knowing in the back of my mind that people are depending on me. Like if we're being honest, like if me and you don't play good, like we're probably not going to end up winning the game. So just having that pressure on us just you know, being ready to take whatever is thrown at us, you know, whenever the coach is on us about whether it's our fault or not, you know, that it's just in his best interest for the team. So just being able to take that in and just keep working no matter whether it's going good or bad. So just having that, knowing that a lot of people are dependent on you, just putting the work in and just really relying on that, I feel like it's definitely a big change in the mindset from being just a role player to a leader.
Yeah, definitely. So as we come into a close and stuff like that, what as your collegiate career comes to a close as well, what do you want Khalid Moore to be remembered as, off the court and on the court?
You know, just being a solid guy, you know, somebody that you could depend on no matter what it is, what you need on the court, off the court, just being solid, staying true to my word, and just being a hard worker, solid guy. So definitely that.
And I feel like that's you definitely are. That's like I said, you know what I mean, brother for life, and I really mean that.
Yeah,
like it's
no,
I ain't gonna cuss on camera, but you know what I mean, no bull crap and nothing like that. But like for real, it's definitely a brother for life. And like we've been through, I mean, ups and downs in the season, crazy. Obviously. And the one time we like, man, I don't even feel like we won forever. It was only 2 games.
You
know what I mean? But like just, I mean, I don't think people realize like how close you grow to people in such a short amount of time in basketball, because we with each other every day, almost
more
I don't
than
know how
family,
many hours.
More than
our
our family. I feel like
can't even go home for break. You know what I mean, on Thanksgiving, can't even go home. We still with each other eating. So I don't think people realize the relationships that you build through basketball and the brothers and the family that you build through this game, and the relationships I have in basketball from 3rd grade AAU till now. I still got them. You know what I mean? Because it bonds you together. Because you just got to go through tough times and talk about clothing brands. We can be partners. You know what I mean? Like going to business together.
Like that goes down,
you know what I mean? So just stuff like that, and that's kind of what I would say too. I want my legacy to be here is just remembered as just a stand-up guy. You know what I mean? Somebody that was always nice to everybody, whether it was a janitor, whether it was a professor, whether it was, I mean, a cafeteria worker, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Just somebody that was always respectable, and then somebody that was just a real leader, and somebody that took pride in university on the court. And I feel like we definitely did that this year, and people obviously told us that. You know what I mean, different events and stuff like that, like the donor event we just went to. All they kept talking about was restoring the pride in Fordham, how thankful they were. You know what I mean? So I can honestly sit back in my seat and be glad that we did that this year, and I feel like we truly did that, and we did that with each other, for each other. And I think people just saw the end result on the court, but they didn't see the everyday struggle of trying to get there. But I'm just so grateful that you came to Fordham this year. I was just talking to somebody, actually your mother, just telling your mother how grateful I was that you picked Fordham, dog, and just how our relationship grew, and just how much you helped build this to where it is now. Yeah,
for sure. It's definitely been a blessing. You know, I feel like since day one, I felt like I was a part of him, like we said, you know. Just building these relationships that last a lifetime, man. I feel like I've only been here a year, but I feel like I've known you my whole life, for real. So just being able to be a part of this has been a blessing, to be honest.
So thank you, my dog, for coming on the show.
Definitely, it's a pleasure.
Appreciate
thank you,
man. Always.
For sure.
And you know what it is for life, dog. For real.
For sure.